Hello and welcome back to our data structures and algorithms series. In the previous video, we looked at how to traverse an array. In this video, we're going to look how to search a particular element of an array. Okay, so for example, we want to search the value 9 in this particular array. To do so, we will have to give there is a function. The function is called the index function. So the index function picks up the value of an array. For example, here we want to search for 9. Then it will return the index of the array. So the syntax is the array name, for example, my array, then a dot, then the index function, then you pass it the value that you want to search for. Now what this particular function does is to do a linear search on the array. So it's going to move bit by bit from the beginning. So at index 0, bit by bit. Is this the value I'm looking for? Is this 9? No. Is this 9? No. Is this 9? No. Is this 9? Yes. Good. Then I return the index. So really, the time complexity for this particular operation is of n, because it's going to search until the end. If it doesn't find the value by the time it gets to the end, then it returns a false, for example. So that is one way we can use to search values in an array. The other way is by simply looping through the array. So you can write a for statement like that, and then inside it you do an if statement to check if the value you're searching for is equal to the element at a particular position in the array, and then maybe you print the element. So this operation, of course, as you might have guessed already, is also an O of n operation. So let's dive in and write the code for this in Visual Studio. Okay, so we have the traverse function here, so we just want to do the search function. So a function to search a value in an array, like that. We can just do def, and then we call it search array. Then it's going to receive an array and a value that we are searching. We can even call it search value. Okay, so we're going to put a full colon there, then move ahead and do the for statement. So for element in array, in array, then if element is equals to the search value, then we want to return, for example, the element. Otherwise, if we loop through and we do not find it, so just outside the loop, I hope you're seeing this. So let me just do a comment here. If value was not found, then we want to do a return statement here. So be careful about the indentation. So it has to be outside the loop. So we want to say value not found, something like that. Okay, so we can get outside this particular function. So there, then we can call this particular function. So search array, then we can pass it our array. What was the name of our array? For example, we can pass it my array, then we search for the 9. So my array, comma, then the value we want to search for, so 9. So I'll just run this code. Okay, so we get our results here, which is it returns the 9. So we also have an F here, which was an output for an earlier line of code, this one here, so I can just comment it out. Okay, so now we want to search a value, for example 5045, which is not in our array. So we see indeed it prints value not found. If you look at the terminal down here, we have value not found. Okay, so let's now use the array.index. So let me just comment this out, and then we use the array.index to search. So for example, print then my array then dot index. So I'm using the index function. So I want to pass it the index for, let's say, for example, 6, index number 6, and then we run our code. Good. So the value 6, as you can see, indeed is not in our array. So we actually get the error that that particular value is not in our array. If we provide a value that is in our array, for example 8, it should give us back the index of that particular value. So if I run this with 8, and yes, we have the index of that particular value. So that is how you can search using the index function. Okay, so I was just wondering why it returned 2 while 8 here appears to be at index 1, but I just went through our code and realized that at index 0 we inserted 4. So of course everything else was pushed forward by 1. So that's why the index for that particular value really is 2. Okay, and we can confirm this by actually printing the array. So we can print my array. Okay, so if we run this, we should see that indeed at index 0 we have 4, at index 1 we have 5, and at index number 2 we have 8. So that's why this function is returning that. Now I want to show you a lifesaver method that you can use to make this particular function also return the index of the array. So to do that, you can simply do another variable here called, let's say, index. Then there's a function called enumerate. So this function, you can see it returns an enumerate object which yields a pair containing a count and a value yielded by that particular iterable argument. So it's useful for obtaining an indexed list. So it's going to give the index and the value in it. So if we do that and do that, then the index will be saved in this particular variable. Then the element will be saved in this particular variable. Let me just change this to let me use the okay. So here we can just say if the element is found, then maybe we want to return the index of that particular value. So if I uncomment this print here, we can search for a value that is inside our array, for example 8, then we can run, should also return the index. So we see 2, and this one is also 2. So you can use the enumerate function to return both the index and the value at that particular index of an array. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for sticking to the end. In the next video, we will look at how to update and also how to delete items in an array. So thank you and see you in the next video. Bye for now.